Hi, today I want to talk about two things. And it's the two things that you absolutely, without a doubt, must do with the people that follow you on social media. You know, your audience, the people who are following you, the people who like you, the people who retweet you, the people who advocate for you and your business. There's two things that you absolutely must do. And if you don't, chances of you being successful are slim to none. These two things are so critical that they often get overlooked to the detriment of any endeavor that you do on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever. So the two things that you absolutely must do is one, you want to know your audience, and two, you want to understand your audience. Let me say that again. One, know your audience. Two, understand your audience. So how do we get to know our audience on social media? I mean, we're not interacting with them or communicating with them. So how do you get to know their audience? It's real simple. The people that like you have bios, or they should have bios. Read them. Learn what they're passionate about. Get to know them. This is a great way to begin to understand who somebody is. I mean, if you think about it, we have a computer and Facebook, and it's very mechanical. So get to know them, read their bios, learn what they're passionate about, get to know who they are, just as you would in real life with somebody you just met. You want to get to know them. To understand your audience, start asking them questions, because the bio is going to tell you something. But to really understand your audience, ask specific members their opinions based on their interests, right? If you know that I'm interested in Apple computers and you have a question about Apple computers, why not ask me? I've got a lot of them. I've got a lot of Apple products. I have a lot of money vested in Apple, and I have an opinion on them. So go ahead and ask specific members their opinions based on their interests. Find out what they're passionate about. Okay, I'm passionate about cooking. I'm passionate about politics. I'm passionate about computers. I am passionate about my kids. I'm passionate about a lot of different subjects. Find out what I'm passionate about. Find out what your audience is passionate about, and gear content towards that passion. Because remember, people will only interact with content that is relevant to them. And if you're trying to connect with me and you start talking about something that I'm passionate about, there's a great chance, if I see it or if I'm aware of it, I'll connect with you. I like to follow anybody who mentions me, whether it's good or bad. And the reason for this is, A, you want to hear what people are saying about you. You want to hear what they're saying, what they're talking about. If it's good, that's great. But we also want to know when people aren't saying nice things about us, because it gives us an opportunity to correct those and hopefully, change your minds, win friends and influence people. So follow anybody that mentions you. It's a great way to build a relationship. It's a great way to correct something that may or may not have happened. And more importantly, it's a great way to tell your side of the story. But get involved with the people who follow you. Next, provide value. This often so gets overlooked. Provide value to somebody. It doesn't cost anything, but it goes a long way. Trust me. The more added value you provide somebody, the better chance you have at connecting and retaining them as a brand advocate. And it will differentiate you between you and the competition. And we need to do everything we can to differentiate ourselves. Added value does that. Finally, don't spam. The biggest mistake you can make in any type of social networking setting is spamming. Hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. I got this on sale. Look at me, check me out. Hey, follow me here. I'll give you this. Okay. If all you're doing is reaching out to your audience, every time you want them to spend money, they're going to tune you out. Okay. So right to promote your business, but it's more important to provide value, provide content that somebody can use, promote yourself just as you would, at a networking event. Essentially, think about what turns you off about someone when you meet them for the first time. Okay, put that image in your head and don't do it. My name is Mark Reese. This is Design Strategies for Humans. I will talk to you again soon.